Hey, how you doing? This is Marcus Johnson, and I'd like to welcome you to our Flow for the Love of Music Business podcast. Today we're talking about an article that we found in Digital Music News, which was an interview with Tom Silverman, who runs the New Music Seminar. And it talks about the idea of opportunities lost with labels and the idea that, many of the major labels, since we still have them, don't have control of their interaction with the consumers and how they're depending on companies such as iTunes, or rather, how iTunes and the Amazons of the world, not to mention, 500 million, 600 million people on Facebook, have a better way of, or a better connection and ability to engage the consumer. I talk a lot in my office about active engagement. That's why, if you're on our mailing list, we send out weekly newsletters. We send out updates when we're performing. I blog, I tweet. Now we started this music business podcast. So there is a battle going on to kind of figure out what is going to be, how the new music industry is going to be created, and it's developing each day. And I come from the school of create it, and that's why we do so much. And what I hope you get out of this today is some strategies that you can use to actively and effectively market your product. Tom actually states that 75% of the music, approximately, is still physical sales. I was in a Best Buy, not a Best Buy the other day, but a Bed Bath and Beyond, and I saw a CD unit. I think it's Somerset Entertainment. You also have the Lifestyles that are in Target, and I wonder if those sales are being actually calculated in the total sales of physical CDs, because I think there's some great opportunities to get people where they actually congregate and how they actually experience other things, because they aren't going to a Borders anymore, obviously, with Borders filing for Chapter 11. And Barnes and Noble has an ebook that basically, the Nook, that saved it from going belly up. And, how do we use the Facebooks of the world? Because I have a band page on Facebook, and I haven't sold a CD on it yet. However, I see that I get more fans, and then I'm directing them to come to my concerts. So, where are we right now? I think the main idea here is to look at the best way for you to connect with your consumers. Every time we have a concert with Marcus Johnson or any of our groups, we make sure that we set up our CD stand. Of course, that's merchandising. We happen to have 16 different CDs. However many you have, that's great. T-shirts. Are you doing the was it the thumb drives? Are you doing T-shirts? I said that, hats, whatever. That's great. But your most valuable possession that you're going to have is your email list, and or your Twitter list, or your what was I going to say? You have Facebook, because right now I think that Facebook is the main interface for people. It used to be Google. I think Facebook is the main interface for people during the day. I get more Facebook updates than I do emails. I still think the email is absolutely relevant, because you can get direct to people, and that lets you, I think for people who are still sending email, so long as you're not spamming your people, it's a very effective way to get people out. Your insights page on your Facebook, get your fan page and get your insights. Very, very, very important for you as well. Um, so the main idea here is that there's a connectivity problem. Artists come up to me all the time talking about, Marcus, look, I need to get I need to get $1,000. I need to get $2,000. Why am I making this little bit of money? What artists really need to understand is that this is really about business now, and it's economics. There's a scarce amount of resources, i.e., money, for these insatiable wants of the artist. And we have to realize that it's a two-way street. How many people are you putting in seats? And we have to get realistic with it. You may have to work more than just 2 nights or 3 nights or 4 nights a week, and you may have to work for a little bit less than you want to. However, if you schedule in your vacations and you market effectively at the end of a year with gathering your email addresses, your Facebook fans, your Facebook friends, your WordPress site where you're blogging, these are all effective ways to kind of Make sure that you get the actual interaction with your people, and you get the analytics. And you can now use analytics to talk to booking agents and the like, because it's very relevant. It used to be we would say we have 50,000 people on our email list, and they would say like, yeah, so who cares? But now we can populate a jazz club with 500,000 people, because of the fact that we have kept a steady relationship. Make sure all the information that you put out there is value added, not just where you're playing. Tell somebody, give them a quote of the day. Have fun with it though. Remember that he who knows his audience best, his consumers best, always wins. And that's why Facebook is able to do so well, because that information that they capture, big companies want it. They want to know where the people are, how long are they staying there, and it helps make more effective decisions. So I challenge each and every one of you on the business side as well as the artist side to get down to the nitty gritty of active engagement, and talk to your people. Be a value added part of their life, because really we're not in the music business. We're in the business to make people feel better each and every day. So, in summation, really quick, when you get to the gig, make sure before you get there you have your little banner stand that you pull up. Make sure that you have your CDs, nice CD stands. Check out CD Baby Disc Makers or Oasis. You probably can find them at CDW, where you can put your CDs so they look nice. And your email list. And don't kill your people. Sometimes we do around Christmas, but we lighten up significantly in January. But tell them something more than just buy your CD and where you're going to be. If that's it, only send it out when you have gigs. Don't send out a weekly newsletter just stating the same thing. If you get a chance, you should definitely be blogging. I think that is very important for you to tell your story. And when you put all that together between your Facebook, your now Ping with iTunes, Twitter account, you could have a very successful career. And it may not be $100 million, it may not be $10 million, but if you ask some of my friends who went to business school with me who no longer have jobs, musicians are working. I am working. You are working. That's why you're listening to me right now. So go do what you do. I'd like to thank you for flowing with us today. And just a little heads up, we're going to put this down. Check us out at Twitter, Marcus Johnson 3K. Send me any kind of updates that you'd like to. If there are any topics that you'd like us to talk about, let us know and we'll get right to it. But I thank you for sitting through this long little email. I hope you got something, or video, podcast. Hope you got something out of it. You take care. Much love. Peace.